Hi friends, once again Ruchi Jain. Hallo Freunde, wieder Ruchi Jain. Wie geht's? Till now we have learned lots of new things like basic phrases, introduction, articles, numbers, alphabets, pronunciation keys, seasons, months und so weiter. Today we are going to learn personal pronouns in nominative case in German language. After watching this video, I am sure all the doubts will be clear related to personal pronouns in nominative case. So let's go ahead. Chapter 7. Personal pronouns. Personal pronouns, like we already know in English, pronouns are those words which we use in place of nouns. Now, in German language, there are different cases and different personal pronouns are there, like in nominative case, in accusative case, in dative case, etc. So here in this video, we are only discussing personal pronouns in nominative. Now, what is nominative case? Let's understand that. Nominative case is a case or a form of noun which stands as a subject of a finite verb. First of all, we'll take the first person, that is ich. Ich is in English I. That is first person singular that we already know. Let's see some of the examples. For example, if I say I am Julia. So that we translate in German, ich bin Julia. While J is pronounced as Y in German language, that is why it is ich bin Julia. Here, ich is the personal pronoun that denotes to I, and bin, that is verb. Let's take one more example. For example, I am 20 years old. So that will be say, ich bin 20 Jahre alt. Ich bin 20 Jahre alt. Very easy to understand. Ich here again the personal pronoun, that is the first person singular number. Now the second one is wir. That is we. That is again first person but plural. For example, we are friends. So that we translate, wir sind Freunde. Wir sind Freunde. Here, wir denotes to we. Sind is the verb in plural form and Freunde, that is friends, plural. Let's take one more example. We live in Berlin. The translation will be, wir wohnen in Berlin. Wir denotes we, that is first person plural. Now the next personal pronoun is du, that is you actually. It is the second person singular number, informal. Like with friends or anybody who is already known to you, you can use du form. Now let's take an example. For example, you are intelligent. Then we'll translate it. Du bist intelligent. Du bist intelligent. That du denotes to the personal pronoun in nominative and intelligent, that is the adjective, and bist verb. Let's take one more example. You have a car. Du hast ein Auto. Du hast ein Auto. That du again denotes to the personal pronoun second person singular as well as informal that we cannot use in a formal situation. Next personal pronoun is ihr. That is you all. Ihr, second person, plural, informal. Let's take some examples. You all are my friends. That we say, Ihr sind meine Freunde. Ihr sind meine Freunde. Ihr denotes to you all. That is plural form of second person. Informal, that too. Let's take one more example. Max and Julia, do you live in Berlin? That we translate. Max und Julia, wohnt ihr in Berlin? That's a question. Max und Julia. That we are asking to two persons. Both are probably our friends, are known persons. That is why it is informal situation. So here denotes you all. That is plural, second person, and informal. Next pronoun is er. Er is he. Like in English we have he, she, it. That he denotes to er. It is third person singular number but masculine. Let's take some examples. He is Max. Er ist Max. In German we say er ist Max. Er here denotes he. Ist is verb and Max the name. Let's take one more example. He lives in Berlin. That we write, wohnt in Berlin. Denotes he. Wohnen is thus verb. Wohnen is the verb to live. And the conjugated form is wohnt. So, wohnt in Berlin. The next personal pronoun is sie. That is she. She in English, sie, that denotes third person singular number feminine. Let's take some examples. She is Julia. We'll translate it. Sie ist Julia. Sie denotes here she, is ist, and the name Julia. Let's take one more example. She has a car. She has a car. Sie hat ein Auto. Sie hat ein Auto. So that sie denotes she. The verb is hat. That means has. Ein, a, Auto. That denotes to car. So sie hat ein Auto. Now, the third one is as. That is again it, third person singular number neuter. That we call as. Let's take some of the examples. It is a car. It is a car. Es ist ein Auto. Es ist ein Auto. Here as denotes to it. That is the third person singular number. And ist is thus verb. Ein, a, Auto. It is red. It is red. Es ist rot. As denotes again it. Verb is rot, the color red. So, as ist rot. Pronoun is sie. Sie denotes to they. It is different from the singular number third person that we have already done, sie. That is she. But here this sie is they. That is third person plural. Let's take some of the examples to understand it better. They are friends. Sie sind Freunde. Sie sind Freunde. This sie denotes to they. This is third person plural. Let's take one more example. They live in Berlin. So it will become sie wohnen in Berlin. This denotes again to third person plural, that is they. We are talking about the third person. Sie wohnen in Berlin. They live in Berlin. Now, again one more sie. But this sie is again different from the first one sie, that is she. The second sie, that is they, that is plural, third person. Now this sie, it is very special and it is always used in formal situation. And you can see here that S will be always capital, no matter whether it is in the middle of the sentence or at the first position. It means you. It can be singular number. It can be plural number as well. So for singular, we call it you in English. So let's take some of the examples to understand Sie. What is your name? For example, that we translate in German like Wie heißen Sie? Wie heißen Sie? Here this Sie denotes to you. What is your name? That is. One more example. Where do you live, Mr. Storm? Where do you live, Mr. Storm? Wo wohnen Sie, Herr Storm? Wo wohnen Sie, Herr Storm? Here, Sie denotes to you, that is formal, more respectable form, that is Sie. Now again, Sie, but in plural form. So, this Sie also denotes you, but plural. Second person, plural, in formal situation. Let's see some of the examples. Mr. and Mrs. Storm, do you know Max? That's a question. How will translate? Herr Storm, Frau Storm, kennen Sie Max? That is how we frame the sentence. Kennen Sie Max? That means we are asking the same question to these two people who are standing probably in front of us. So, kennen Sie Max? Do you guys know Max? Let's take one more example. Do you want anything else, Mr. and Mrs. Storm? Do you want anything else, Mr. and Mrs. Storm? Möchten Sie noch etwas, Herr Storm, Frau Storm? Möchten Sie noch etwas, Herr Storm, Frau Storm? So here Sie denotes to these two people and in a respectable form and informal situation. Let's see all the personal pronouns in one table for better understanding. Let's start with I. That is ich. It is first person singular number. You, that is du, second person singular number but informal. He, that is er, third person singular number masculine. She, that is sie, third person singular feminine. It, that is s, third person singular neuter. Then comes we, first person but plural, wir. Then comes you all, that is in informal situation it is ihr. It is second person but plural, informal. They, that is sie, again klein z, you can see here. It's small letter of S. This is third person but plural. You, Z, that is informal situation. You can see here S is capital. In all the cases, all the situation, whenever there is a formal situation, you have to use this Z, U for formal U. That is second person, formal, singular as well as plural. So now you can see and understand the different forms of personal pronouns in nominative case. Here you can see 3 Z. One is she, one is they, and one is you. So do remember all these three Z's and the meaning of these different personal pronouns. Thank you. Danke. I hope this video have made clear all the doubts related to personal pronouns in nominative case. If you liked my video, please do subscribe and wait for my next video. Thank you once again. Have a nice day. Bye.